Here's some features in your new 2020 Subaru Outback. The mirrors have stayed the same as the past few generations. You would, turn left or turn right depending on which mirror you would want to adjust, and use the knob as a joystick. Door lock, unlock, auto up and down front windows, window lock down here. Opening up your tailgate, you just press that button. This would dim the interior lights like the touchscreen whenever your headlights are on. So if you find that it's too bright, you would just use that knob and scroll like that. This button here would turn off the hands-free rear gate opener. Moving up, you have your trip reset button up here. Trip A, trip B, press and hold to reset it. This car has automatic headlights, so whenever it gets dim enough outside, then the headlights will come on. That'll also work whenever your windshield wipers swipe for more than 3 or 4 times. Your headlights will automatically turn on as well. And if you'd like to turn on your fog lights. On each side of the steering wheel, you have your paddle shifters, which allow you to enter a manual mode. That's beneficial for going downhill, so you can shift down an engine brake rather than using your physical brakes. On your steering wheel here, the left and right arrow will allow you to toggle through your different radio presets. You do have 18 of them. Volume up and volume down. Source changes the source of your radio, Sirius XM, AM, FM. Your voice command button, when you press that.
Please say a command. Canceling.
That gives you a few different options there if you'd like to use any of those. When you're hooked up through Bluetooth with your phone, you can answer a call or hang up a call. The buttons down here will control this display. So if you just press one of the arrows, and you have a few different options. On the right side of your steering wheel, this would turn on or off your adaptive cruise control. And on your adaptive cruise control, whenever you turn it on, you have your little car there, and you have the 3 white lines in front of it. So those white lines each indicate 1 car length away. So you'd be 3 car lengths away from the car that you're paced off of for adaptive cruise control. You can go to a maximum of 4. You would increase your distance using this button up here, or decrease the distance. You can go down to 1 car length. Setting the cruise control, you just down. Increasing the speed or zooming. This is your lane centering here, and this would operate whenever you're on cruise control. So this would help you keep centered in your lane whenever you have that engaged. Moving forward to your touch screen. So first we'll talk about this top portion up here. You have your current radio station. You can actually change it from there. Water temperature, oil temperature. These are things that you can personalize within the settings if you'd like to do so. I know that we're not currently in the DC metropolitan area. However, that is something that's controlled by the Sirius XM Travel Link. And Travel Link only has a handful of larger cities, of which Johnstown is not one. You can change it to either Pittsburgh or Cumberland, whichever would be closer. You can turn X mode on or off here. So X mode is for inclement weather, or if you're taking your vehicle off-roading. Kind of works as a 4-wheel drive low. You do have to be going a relatively slow speed under 20 miles per hour. For the hill descent control, you would make sure that X mode is on. You would approach the top of the hill, press your brake, release, press the brake again, and that would allow you to go down the hill at a steady speed. I'm going to turn this off. Going to your radio. As you can see, we're set on Sirius XM right now. You can go to AM or FM. Going back to Sirius, just to use that as an example. If we like to tune it to a different station, I find that it's easiest to use this knob. And say we want to save this as a preset on a different preset. Press and hold. If you don't like that station anymore, we'll move it to this one. Here's your different options here. Different presets, I should say. Going back to home. Media, that is where you would find your Bluetooth device, like your cell phone. USB, iPod, iPhone, or, sorry, I'm doing this left-handed and I'm not left-handed, or your auxiliary device, depending on which you have plugged in or connected through Bluetooth. Your phone. So to pair your phone, it's fairly easy. You would just say yes, you would want to connect a device. On your phone, you would go into your Bluetooth menu. You would scroll down and search for something that says Subaru. Click on that, and you'll have to confirm both on your phone and on the touch screen. Just make sure that the PIN is correct, and then you should be good to move forward. Going back home, go to apps. Now these are currently kind of grayed out just because the vehicle isn't active in the system yet. So for Subaru Starlink, for instance, that's a multimedia cloud-based app. It gives you access to other apps. There's one for bird watching. There's one for Magellan, like the GPS system. You would have to download Subaru Starlink on your phone in order to run that on the car. So you would open up that app on your phone and then click the icon here and it would mirror onto the screen. Moving forward, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Depending on which phone you have, you would connect your phone to USB, which is down here. And then the appropriate icon would light up. After that, you can click on that, and then it would allow you to use voice to text or even Google Maps, Waze, whichever you'd like to use, and that would mirror right onto the screen here, which is a really awesome feature. SiriusXM Travel Link, that would be part of your SiriusXM subscription, which is 4 months for free. That would give you travel updates, things like that. The My Subaru app on your car is different than the My Subaru app on your phone. My Subaru app on your car would give you the ability to schedule an appointment if you need service done. My Subaru app on your phone is going to give you access to like vehicle health reports, any kind of notifications about your vehicle, so on and so forth. Going back home, we can go to car info. This just shows a little bit of your car statistics. Advanced package shows your eyesight features that are currently operating or currently turned on. So if you have any questions about any of these, you can click info. We'll actually give you some information on how to turn things off and on. I think this is one of the most helpful screens that is available on this touchscreen. One thing I didn't mention with your high beams, with your headlights, is your high beam assist. So whenever you have this spoke pushed forward, then your high beams will come on automatically whenever the vehicle senses that it's dark enough. If a car is coming in your direction, your vehicle will automatically turn the high beams off. If you'd like to use your high beams manually, you're not able to do that on the auto function. So you would actually have to turn your high beams, or excuse me, your headlights completely on, and then you can operate them from there. As you can see, they just came on. So we'll switch it back to auto and push that stalk forward so your high beam assist can operate. Moving forward into maintenance. Engine oil is replaced every 6,000 miles with full synthetic oil. You can change the settings in there if you'd like. Going back to home, I already discussed the My Subaru and the Subaru Starlink. You do have some settings in here that you can change. You can pretty much personalize the vehicle to whatever you would like. There's all kinds of settings in here that you can change. You can be reminded of birthdays, anniversaries, things like that. I'd recommend you spend some time playing around with that. I don't want to change any settings for you. Going back to home, you can add shortcuts if you'd like. That would be like one of these icons on the screen here. Down at the bottom, we have your little car. And this is kind of a quick screen to get into your car settings. So vehicle dynamics control, that's like your traction control. This is another way to turn on or off X mode. Auto vehicle hold, AVH. What that is if you have that turned on, then anytime you come to a complete stop, like a stop sign, stoplight, drive-through, you can completely remove your foot from the brake and your vehicle will be held in place until you press on the gas. So that's a fun feature. I would recommend trying it out and to see if you like it. Driving assistance. So your pre-collision braking automatically defaults to on. If you would like to turn that off, you can go into this menu here and do so. I would recommend turning your pre-collision braking off if you're going into a car wash, especially one that would pull you along a track. Lane departure prevention function. So you have a few different options here, and I do like to go over this with my customers. So if you select all functions, that is not only going to warn you, it is also going to correct you if you start going over the lines. The lane departure prevention function is it will only steer you back in the lane. Warning buzzer only is it will only warn you, or you can turn all of those features off. Right now I have it set to warning buzzer only. Please feel free to change it to whatever you would like. This is your blind spot detection and reverse cross traffic alert. You can turn that off from there. Your blind spot detectors are on the side of each mirror. And we have other settings. You can change your cruise control acceleration characteristics, so that's like how quickly the vehicle will speed up. Warning volume, we'll leave that in mid because max does tend to be pretty loud, but of course you can change it. Units, miles per gallon, you can change that if you like to drive to Canada or something. And this is how you would shut off the auto start stop system. So the auto start stop would be your vehicle coming to, if you come to a complete stop, in certain conditions your vehicle may shut off. It would shut the engine off to reduce fuel efficiency, or it would help your fuel efficiency. Sorry about that, I stuttered over my words. If you do not like that, you would have to shut it off every time you get into the vehicle. So we'll go back home and I'll just quickly show you how to do that again. Car logo, others, auto start stop. But of course some people aren't bothered by auto start stop, so I figured I would just show you how to do it. Going back to home, you can set up some driver profiles if you wish. Most people leave it at default if they're the only driver of the vehicle. Of course, if you are sharing the vehicle with someone else, you can add a profile for yourself and the other person or people, and that would automatically pair to their phone and save certain settings. Moving down into your climate control. So right now our temperature is synced on both sides, so passenger and driver both 68. You can increase the temperature here, decrease down here. I do find that it's easiest to use these physical buttons on each side, so you're not really like looking around while you're driving. As you can see, those numbers are still changing down there. This is also how you would turn on your heated seat. You have high, medium, and low. And we'll turn that off. Changing the fan speed. You have these options down here. That is also something that you can use with your voice controls. So you can say, turn fan speed to 6. Of course, you would press the voice command button.
Please say a command.
Turn fan speed to 6.
Setting fan speed to 6.
And there you go. I'm going to turn that back down so it's easier to hear me. You can completely turn everything off or on using that button. Changing the airflow direction. You can also change the fan speed here if you'd like. Recirculate the air, or go to max AC. You can just play around with some different options here. You do have quick buttons for your defrosters, because if you're driving and your window starts to fog up, then Subaru wants you to be safe. So there's a physical button that you can easily reach. Press that, and your window will start to defrost. Turn that off. I'm gonna shut the AC off. And this button over here is to control your rear defroster, also your side mirror defrosters, as well as your windshield wiper deicer. Moving down, I did show you that your USBs are down here, as well as your auxiliary. There's a nice place right here to put your phone or whatever you'd like. Parking brake. To turn your parking brake on, pull up, press the brake, push to turn off. Down in your cup holder here, it does give you a little donut that can help you with smaller cups. That is obviously removable, and you can switch it to whichever side you like, or just put it elsewhere. Moving up, we have your Starlink buttons. So SOS, of course, indicates that there's an emergency. If you have a medical emergency, if you're in an accident, if you witness an accident, please press that SOS button and someone will be on the line with you in a moment to make sure that you're okay. Sorry, my camera is dimmed. The I is for your roadside assistance. So if you found that you're broken down on the side of the road, say that you have no gas in your car, or you have a flat tire, you'd press that button and someone would be on the line with you to get you assistance. Moving over, so we have it set to door right now, which whenever you open up the door, then, whoops, apparently I didn't have it set the whole way to door. Sorry about that. So whenever you open up the door, you can see there, I am so sorry my camera's not focusing. Then the lights will come on when the doors are opened. You do have a sunglasses holder up here, and these are your eyesight cameras on each side here. So There's a little sticker up here that says do not touch them. That is correct. Please do not touch your eyesight cameras. You can touch the plastic around it, but just do not touch the lenses. If they are dirty, that's something that Subaru can take care of for you. We can do that. I did want to make note that the eyesight system is here to help you. It will not drive for you. So if you're having a hard time seeing, for instance, driving through dense fog or a really heavy snowstorm or into the sun, your eyesight cameras may shut off temporarily. They will come back on. I think that's all I have to say about those. Please let me know if you have any questions. And then lastly, we have your auto dimming rear view mirror that also controls your auto dimming side mirrors, which is also great to have. If you'd like to turn the auto dimming off, you can press that button there. Press again, turn back on. You see that little green light came back on it. If you don't like the compass, press and hold this button to turn it off. Most people do like the compass, so they leave it on. And then you can program your garage door opener with one of these 3 buttons. This is called Home Link, and I'd recommend checking it out in your owner's manual. You do have to be in front of your garage door with your garage door opener in hand in order for that to begin programming. So I hope this helps out. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out.